Thank you for tuning in and welcome back to Home Buying Tips. In today's video, you'll learn 4 reasons why a home buyer shouldn't waive their home inspection. Now, that seems like it might be a little bit of common sense, but in today's really competitive real estate market, when it's a seller's market, it's very tempting to do it just to see if you can win the bid, especially if there's a multiple bid on that property. There's a lot of reasons why you don't want to. Today, we're going to share 4 of them why you don't want to waive your home inspection rights. Hi, my name is Andrew Finney. Please consider me your real estate geek. I am always here to help you. My contact information is in the show more description below and again on the back side of this video. So let's go ahead and get into why a home buyer shouldn't waive their property inspection, leading in with number 1. Some problems just simply aren't that visible. So whenever you get a property inspection, when you get your home inspection done, the home inspector is going to take a fine-tooth comb and look through that home, and they're going to have a checklist that they're looking through. It's almost like when you hear of a 120-point car inspection checklist. Well, that's important for a car, but it's also important for your new home as well. They're going to take a look at the plumbing. They're going to take a look at leaky faucets. They're going to take a look at the condition of the HVAC. They're going to take a look at the condition of the water heater. If it has a water softener, reverse osmosis system, they're going to look at the roof. They're looking at a lot of stuff. And before you put rubber to the road, or in this case, green into someone else's bank account, and green being money here, you want to make sure that you get your home inspection, and if there's a need arises to ask for repairs, you have a recourse to do that. So don't waive that home inspection. Number 2, you can actually have a pre-sale inspection. So this is kind of interesting because it's kind of what we're talking about here is in the first 10 days, oftentimes 10 to 15 days time frame is buyer's due diligence. During buyer's due diligence, a lot of things are happening, but one of the first things that should happen after you deposit your earnest money deposit is to go ahead and get with your trusted real estate advisor to order that home inspection. The sooner you can get that done, the sooner you can start negotiating on any possible repairs that are needed. And don't get too frisky here. We're not considering the cosmetic stuff as much as we're considering the real stuff. If there's a bad water conditioner, a bad HVAC, if there's a hole in the ceiling and you can see the moon out of that ceiling, that might be a little bit of a problem that you want to ask to have fixed. So get your home inspection done and don't waive that right. I mean, there's just so many things that can come up in a home inspection report. Number 3, a savvy seller with a great listing agent, the great listing agent would have told the seller, hey, you know what? It's going to be a really, really smart idea for us to get a pre-listing home inspection. And in the pre-listing home inspection, ideally what happens is the seller takes a look at it, and if it's 52 pages long, then they comb through all 52 pages of the home inspection and they just go ahead and start making the corrections. Now, if you're that seller that's watching this video right now, I highly encourage you to go ahead and fix the cosmetic things because that's going to help your sellability. Maybe not the value so much, but it'll help your sellability of how quickly your home will sell if everything is addressed and you make that home inspection report available to the buyer. Now, buyers, you got to remember, if the seller is paying for the home inspection, who does that home inspection belong to? You or the seller? The seller, right? Because they paid for it. So that home inspector is only concerned about the seller because they're the ones that paid for the inspection. You still may want to order another home inspection if you feel the need arise, and talk to your trusted real estate advisor representing you as a buyer's agent to help you with that and know whether everything looks good with the repairs that were done. Sellers should have kept their receipts for any work that was done on the property so you know what was done and what was wrong with it, and full disclosure and honest communication. If for some reason in the pit of your stomach you're feeling like, hey, you know what, I just would feel better if I hired my own home inspector to get this done, then by all means get that done. So don't waive it out just because there may be a pre-existing home inspection done. You will need that home inspection report to be able to submit a repair request to the seller. So the 4th point here is that you can still have a brief contingency period. So what does that mean? That means that if you're in a multiple bid situation and the seller is saying, well, we want the home inspection waived for us to accept your offer, we like everything else, have your buyer agent be aggressive and tenacious like a tiger in that negotiation and say, you know what, my buyers are happy to pay you for this home and we are happy to come to terms with it, but guess what? We still want a home inspection and we will leave that contingency in place. Instead of maybe making it a 10-day, we'll do it in 5 days. But the point is to make sure, even if you shorten down that home inspection contingency, that you get it done on day 1 then when you open escrow after depositing your earnest money deposit. It's critically important to go ahead and make sure you have that protection, because what happens if something comes up that wasn't visible, that even as savvy as your trusted real estate advisor acting as your buyer agent is, They didn't know, because we as real estate agents aren't home inspectors, are we? That's the reason why there's certified and licensed home inspectors out there. And it's crucially important to you to make sure that you get everything right, because you're getting ready to buy a home. So let's make sure that we get everything right for you and don't waive that home inspection contingency. That's the whole message of today's video. You know, if you have any questions about this, or if you simply want to say hi, I'm going to put my contact information up. I always enjoy hearing from you and hearing about your stories, and please feel free to share them in the comment section below as well. Now, if you've learned something new from today's video, I'm going to ask you to do 3 things. Number 1, please subscribe to this channel. Number 2, please like this video. And number 3, please share this video around with someone you know is going to be able to help. We'll see you next week with home buying tips. In the meantime, enjoy a wonderful day.